Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 21, Volume 4. And this week, we've got a little bit of Dizzy goodness. Look at this. Somebody's done the Dizzy collection with Dizzy, and I've actually got all these to one side. Fast Food, Treasure Island Dizzy, Fantasy World Dizzy, and Magic Land Dizzy. I've not done one like this before, but look, it also says Other. Let's have a look at the tape. What we got in here? Boots. I'm going to have to do a bit of rewinding before we start this one, but we've got Boots. But it does actually say Others as well, so I'm not sure what the others are, but I'm assuming they're going to be Codemasters others. It's rare, to be fair, to find sort of, special versions in inverted covers of these ones, because they were so sort of common, realistically, and inexpensive to collect. But let's have a little look at them in the order that they've got on there. So they've got Dizzy, which I've got here, my copy of Dizzy. That's my copy of Dizzy. I never understood why there were some rednecks on it. I think they look like rednecks to me, to be honest. They look like they're going to beat up Dizzy. Don't know why. Really weird. Anyway, but that's the original first Dizzy. I've got the original Dizzy. Then they've got Fast Food, which is sort of a Pac-Man clone where you chase food. It's not bad. I quite like literally it's a Pac-Man clone where you chase the food runs away from you, so you kind of run after it and chase it. It's quite good, actually. It's not bad. It was good for your money. I mean, remember, these are all budget titles that you could pick up quite inexpensively. So we got Treasure Island Dizzy. Everybody says this one's one of their faves. I'm not sure whether, I don't know. Is it one of my faves? Is it one of the easier ones? I don't know whether it's one of the easier ones, but yeah, there's Treasure Island Dizzy. And then we got into, and I quite like the cover on this one. I don't know why. I got dinosaurs, I think is why I like this one. But there's this Fantasy World Dizzy. It's got a rave review through wherever else. It's in a Crash Smash. I think there were probably a few of these from Crash Smashes, were they not? Probably were. The next one definitely is a Crash Smash as well. So you got Fantasy World Dizzy, with the bloke hanging from there and some goblins and things like that. Basically building on the story. One of these 8-bit heroes. I told you it was an 8-bit hero. Nobody believes me when I say Dizzy's an 8-bit hero. He was an 8-bit hero and it became a 16-bit one later. Crash Smash again for the, what was this one? Magic Land version of it. I don't even remember Magic Land. So anyway, we've got these. I've put them to one side just in case we need them. But yeah, these are this is his Dizzy collection. I don't know if he's got any more of the Dizzy ones. Quick Snacks would have definitely been out. Maybe down the river, down the rapids as well. But anyway, let's get this in a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go down to our favourite, which, do you think it'll, come and think of it. No, if it's Dizzy, it'll be the 48k version, won't it? I think it was 48k first. I don't think there was a 128k version. I might be completely wrong. Put it in the comments below. You know the drill. Anyway, this is Dizzy. As I say, I think that we could certainly say that he was an 8-bit hero that basically transcended the micros for the most part. He was on all of the big ones, Amstrads, Commodore 64s, and of course the Spectrum itself was one of his important haunts. It's where he lived. We all had him, I think, on the Spectrum back in the day. Let's have a little look at this. Nope, we're not having. I can hear the sound here. We're not getting it going. And of course, I've forgotten something this time round. I've forgotten something. So it wouldn't be Christmas without me forgetting something. Right, okay, look. Hang on a second. I've got to go grab it. I've got to grab my tape converter. One second. I'm back in a sec. Hang on. I'm coming. Back. Oh, coming. Running all the way. I'm back. Whew. Right, okay. Feels like a long way, and it's less than 5 feet. I don't make a meal of it, don't I? I make a meal of running all the way over there. So right, let's put in the other tape deck and let's see if we can get a bit of volume boost on this and see if we can get it to load. So yeah, these were the I guess the brainchild of the Oliver twins, wasn't it? These were their babies. There was a few that weren't them though. They sort of subcontracted it later on. I mean, you're rich when you can subcontract your own invention to somebody else to actually do. You've made it with the finance. I'm sure that they told some similar story about how they met the Darling brothers and they basically were like, here, just have cash. And back in the day, that was a lot of cash. It's like, yeah, have loads of it. Oh, that's not good. Come on. That's the joy of tapes from generations ago. They don't always do what they're meant to do. Turn up the volume a bit. See if this works. Well, that looks solid. Oh, but it's not going. There's an echo on it. I think I'm getting quite good at hearing these things. There's like an echo on it. It's like there's like reverb on it or something similar. No, reverb. It's like a. There's like a little bit extra. Listen. I'll turn up the volume a bit. Come on. No, that it's there. It's not having it. Right. Okay. Let's. Well, thankfully, somebody got off the shelf all of his versions of his Dizzy games, didn't he? Got all of them off. That'll be me. That. Let's get the first one on. Is it 128k? It might actually be 128k. I've never really checked. Can you load it as 128k? Let's have a look at the instructions. 128k users select 48k, so it is actually 48k. Right, okay. So Dizzy, this is my original tape. I've got quite a few Dizzy games actually. I don't think I've got them all. I think I'm missing the. I got last for my birthday, my big birthday this year, my 50 birthday this year. My lovely friend Daryl sent me the Yokel Folk. I think I'm still missing. It'll be the last one. I think the last Dizzy. I think it's like the 7th one along that I'm missing. I think that's kind of where I'm at with my Dizzy collection. I've got most of it. I don't think I'm collecting it particularly, but I mean, I had Dizzy back in the day. I had a friend who was an Amstrad owner. He was a very big fan of it. He loved Dizzy. He thought it was absolutely brilliant. You know, it was his game. And I'll be honest, I did finish Dizzy, the first one. I did finish it with his mad rolling. Once you realise that they sort of got this athletic sort of egg roll thing. However, to be fair, have you ever put an egg down on the surface, you know, and you turn around, pick something else up, and you look back over there, the egg's gone, isn't it? It's rolled off at a funny angle and hidden itself behind the blender or something. That's what it does. Just yesterday, I was getting ready to go to work, and I like a bit of egg. I like eggs and ham for my breakfast. It's a very weird combination, but like. The sort of processed ham you get, and just sliced up into little chunks, chucked in with a little bit of butter, and then eggs scrambled with it. It's beautiful. Eggs and ham, perfect thing. Plenty of protein, plenty of a little bit of fat, and some salt, and it's just good for just lets you work your way through the day. And if you're not hungry at lunchtime, at least you run on that little bit of fuel. You know, there's a little bit there. But as I say, I put an egg down, and my wife's, and I turned back around and I went. It was actually 2 eggs. It was. I put 2 eggs down, turned around, came back, and it's like, there's an egg missing. My missus was like, yeah, it's rolled underneath the literally rolled underneath a basket on the side there. I was like, right, okay. But I literally turned around for a second. So Dizzy rolling all over it. It's probably quite normal for a Dizzy character or an egg, realistically. I mean, he's not scented anyway. Mind you, it's a little bit worrying. He's sentient. I mean, what if you have boiled eggs? I mean, that's probably him dead, isn't it? Or you crack him in any way. Will he not go off after a while as well? We don't get one of them little red tractors stamped on his bottom, and then told that he's going to go off after about 3 months or so. There's some serious things to think about here. The implications of the Dizzy-esque creature is quite scary at the end of the day. This is the Wizard Zack, though. The Wizard Zack has stolen away. Has he stolen away a princess? I can't remember. I can't even be bothered to get. Oh, hang on. I was going to say I can't be bothered, but it's right next to me. The old magnifying glass. Wizard Zack's, yes. What's he done? Magical, the Fantastic Magical Kingdom. All he needs to kill Zacks. Brilliant programmers for brilliant games. International instructions. Yeah, okay. Got to kill Zacks. I mean, that's pretty harsh, isn't it? At the beginning here, just go murder him. Why don't you just get a gun, Dizzy? Shoot him. What's he done anyway? I'm trying to work out what he's actually done. Oh, he's just done something nasty anyway, and he got to be the hero of the yokel folk. I still think yokel folk's brilliant, and I love the fact that there's a Twitter group, and I'm not going to call it X, Twitter group for the yokel folk out there. They're actually quite an active bunch, you know. They're kind of in there. There's even a Dizzy game designer out there. So people are out there busily designing new Dizzy games all the time, using a sort of formulaic Dizzy designer. I can't remember what it's called, but even that thing exists. So, I mean, do you think this is Codemaster's most popular titles? I suspect so. You know, before we obviously got to the Toka of the world and PlayStation 1 games and all that kind of stuff. Toka, do you remember that? Touring Car Championship something or other. I don't know what the A is. On Tour? I don't know. Anyway, whatever it was, touring car games. I mean, to be fair, they did have quite a lot of heroes. I'm surprised that Dizzy didn't transcend it. I'm surprised Dizzy didn't become a three-dimensional character. I'm surprised he made the 16-bit generation, didn't he? He made it to the 8-bit in the sense of the Master System. He was on there. It was on the Mega Drive. There was there a version for something else? Can't remember. I think there might have been. He did kind of make his way onto a lot of things. You know, he did kind of do that. But this is what they called originally back in the day an action adventure game, because there was action and there was adventure all at the same time. And of course, we all had to map it and then work out which items work with which. It was a pretty straightforward concept for the day. As I say, we'd all learn the maps if they were significantly good enough, like Dizzy actually, out of fairness to Dizzy, if they were significantly good enough, you could actually remember where you were and where you were going to, which is actually quite testament to the coding on this, I'll be honest. It's pretty much a testament to the coding on this one. So that's not rewound. I'm just rewinding the tape to be good, because I'm silly sometimes and I don't remember to do that. Right, okay, let's put Dizzy over. Dizzy somewhere else. I'm trying to find somewhere to put Dizzy. Go over there, Dizzy. There he is. There's gone Dizzy. Right, okay, can't remember the keys. Space is jump, I know that. That's left and right. I think enter's to pick up. Right. Okay, I remember a few things about this. One is this thing needs to be picked up. A burning torch. Perfect. And this is to start the pot next in the first room. Oh, God. This is to start the little fiery pot in the room before. And you go in here, and this starts the pot. There you go. It's on fire now, so we can start brewing up for wizard killing goodies. That's the important one. And then, oh, I nearly died. Now we need this as a grease gun. This is a village, by the way, and there's Zack's castle in the sky. Just up there. You can't get to him. Look, he's just there though. Graphics are great, actually. I forgot how good the graphics are. Nice combination, nice use of the Specky's colour palette, to be honest. Right, we need to go in here. There's a life. It was quite good in the early days because you needed to get past this, yeah. So you use the mucky grease gun, and there it goes. It pushes you up, and then you go down. It was. Let's be honest. It was very straightforward. It did tell you what you were doing with a lot of stuff. Let's get this. Graveyard key, and I'll pop that up here just for usefulness, because we don't need it until later. So let's put the graveyard key here, and down we go. And then in here there is a Ghostbusters pack. Don't need that right now, but it is for killing a ghost. I think I need to kill the bats that are in there first. There's a crystal cave here. That's a bat, by the way, because it's red. You can tell. Can you not tell? I can tell it's a bat. Oh, that's right. You have to cut that with something as well. There's like a cutter for that. Okay, let's go look this way. Graphically, it's really sound. And remember, this is your budget title. This is $1.99. And we need that. That's a plastic rain jacket. That's for killing the ghost down there. There's a Ghostbusters pack in here. Why wouldn't there be? Why wouldn't there be a Ghostbusters pack? You say to yourself. I don't know why there wouldn't be a Ghostbusters pack. Let's go up here. Let's get the Rain Mac and use it on these. There's some raindrops up ahead that are really uncomfortable to deal with. And then get on top of this. Boom. Quick. Run. There's bird seed. Tames the birds. We'll take the plastic Rain Mac first. Tree with a twisted face on it. Oh, died. Doo-doo. Alright, okay. Rain Mac for these. Look. Sorts out permanently. Don't need the Rain Mac anymore. And then up there, let's get this. That's the bird seed, Acme free bird seed. And we use that for birds, like that. I'm going to dump that there, though, because I don't think I need it this way. I don't think it's needed for this next bit. Rain Mac. Can't remember what's in there. I do remember quite a lot of this one. I don't remember the next one so much. The next versions of Dizzy. They're on this selection of oh, fall down the whole mountain. He does do that. And there we go. Oh, what was the CO2 used for? Bottle of dry ice. Doodaloo. Right, I've got the bottle of dry ice. I'm not sure what we use dry ice for. It wasn't for that. Let's just take it and dump it round here somewhere. Well, at least we know where it is. It's easier to get at. I landed on the apple that was in the tree that hadn't quite spawned yet, but it was there. Let's go get the. You can only carry one item. I forgot that you can only carry one item in the original Dizzy. Later ones you can carry more items, which is both a blessing and a curse, because the reason for the single item in here that is useful is that you at least the game sort of was angled so that you use those items early. So let's see if I can get this bird. Come on. There we go, gets rid of that. And the apple drops, and then we're in here. This one I really annoy. This bit really annoys me. If you step in the centre, it all disappears. But you can go across it. We need this. And we go across here. I think this is the potion bottle, which we need to put. We need to put our potion bottle on top of this. Perfect. That's it, ready to go for the stuff to go into the potions. See, I've got it. I know what I'm doing. Just sort of. Just don't land in the middle. Oh, this is a room. Oh, I hate this room. Oh, I hate this room. Strange. No. Oh, I got past it without dying. There we go. Oh, I should have brought the Acme bird seed again, I think. There's the well. I think you go down the well. Oh, I'm now lost. This is beyond my usual positioning for the game. But you can see why it's quite. I mean, seriously, you got this for budget money. What a following this got for its budget money. Oh, I'm dead. That's it all over. Pretty harsh because you have to start all over again. But amazing for what it is. I mean, you've got to admit that's quite impressive for a game of, well, a long time ago. It's no wonder they're kind of reappearing under the sort of the guise of Paul Andrews sort of re-releasing them. I say Paul Andrews, Pixel Games is on Steam. They're kind of reappearing and on Steam and on the Switch and things like that. We don't want this one. This is the first one. Yeah, let's fast forward that one. Let's see what else we've got on here. We've got fast food if it's there. We'll see whether fast food's on here. This is the joy and the worst part about tapes of this generation is it's just loading them is it going to happen or isn't it going to happen? Maybe, maybe not. As it's almost, it'll be Christmas when the next one comes out, by the way. I hope you have time on Christmas or even Boxing Day to watch this. Sure you do. You know, make the kids watch it. Force them to it. If you don't have kids, make somebody else's kids watch it. Anyway, yeah, it's one of these things that kind of, you know, it's been running for so long. I think it's the first one that's appeared on Christmas Day. I certainly have had Christmas episodes before. I think. Do you think of one that did appear on Christmas Day beyond my sort of my timing now? Oh, hang on. Oh, I've got coffee. I hope you've got a beverage too. Oh, my wife's just saying I didn't make her one as she's walked past. You're upstairs. Couldn't make you one. Okay. Let's try that again. See if we can get it working. New. Okay. Load it. Let's go for it. Oh. I've got a Christmas story. It's a good Christmas story, right? It's a bit like that man who went to see his estranged wife, and she was having a business party at the top of a plaza, and you know, and then a man called Hans Gruber came along and sort of I don't know, wrecked the party by wanting some monies. And then he was forced to take up a machine gun and kill every one of them. Ho ho ho! Welcome to the party, pal. Yes, so very similar to the John McClane Christmas story. As we all know, it's a Christmas story. Anybody who tells you otherwise doesn't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to try fast forward a bit. There's not much tape on here. I'm going to see what's going on. We'll try a little bit more fast forward now. We'll do it anyway. So I got a Christmas story. I have a coffee related Christmas story. Back in the previous century, 1999 to be precise. Can you imagine the scene? You wake up on the Christmas morning, and the only thing you want beyond, you know, Brussels sprouts and turkey that day, the only thing you really want beyond those important items, and possibly chocolate and Brussels sprouts. But anyway, beyond those things, the one thing that all men crave first thing in the morning on a Christmas morning, of course, is no, not that. My wife's suggesting it's something else. Is coffee, of course. Is what every man wants on a Christmas morning, is a cup of coffee. And I went to get myself a Christmas coffee, and there was no coffee. I mean, it's enough to make a man, you know, and infiltrate Nakatomi Plaza. And honestly, there was no coffee. Now, for a man who may enjoy imbibing a few beverages of the old coffee, that was quite a tough pill to swallow, realistically. You know, and as I don't do tea, just don't like tea. It tastes funny. You can probably say the same about coffee, but tea tastes funny to me. As a man who enjoys a bit of cup of coffee, it was quite a devastating moment to discover that. Now, although I live in a city, I live in a quite a northern city, and as a result of being a very, very northern city, there isn't a vast quantity of shops that are actually open for buying a coffee on a Christmas day. Even though I drove around for an hour or so looking for every possible corner shop that was ever opened to provide me with the necessary coffee that I required. Nothing open, can you believe that? I don't even think I found a service station open that year. It was a dreadful year. I had to watch Star Wars on VHS. Actually, it wasn't a bad year for that, though, because that was they re-released it with a few other add-ons, didn't they? And then, what's he called? Made the George Lucas made that massive decision to have Hans Greedo shoot first. Really? Don't make me do that. Don't make me watch that again. We'll see whether this... It's very quiet, this tape. It's not good. It's not a happy tape. No, that's the end of something else. Lot of empty space here, peoples. Let's see if we can do that one. This one doesn't load. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna load quick snacks and see what happens. Big gap here. It says and others. I'm not sure what others are. There wasn't anything else in the tape cassette. Just a Boots FI90. That's a lot of tape, by the way, for these games. That's a lot of tape for these. Oh, it's very silent now. Actually, silence as well. Really? I think the whole tape is just these Dizzy games. It says and others. I don't believe that for a second. Fast forwarding, peoples. Well, we're going to get fast food on in a second. Dizzy Down the Rapids. Remember that one? Oh! Treasure Island Dizzy. Right, okay, stop. Well, I've finally got one that's actually working, but we're gonna rewind, because that's Treasure Island, so that means we missed fast food. So let me get fast food on first. Let's do that one. I think this one can be... Do we think this can be loaded as a 1 to 8K game? Fit that in the drive. The tape drive. Get in the tape drive. Oh, it can be loaded as a 128K game. I'm excited. Just for fast food. I love a bit of fast food, though. Don't you love fast food? Oh, yum. Burgers and everything. I went to, not that long ago, I went to my first Five Guys. I've never been to Five Guys before. Oh, that was an expensive meal. I mean, let alone... But it was a tasty burger, I'll be honest. It was a tasty burger. You choose your own toppings and all the other bits to go with it. And they cook their fries in... what do they cook them in? It's peanut butter oil. I mean, you're talking about the calorific value of it. It's just not worth the judgment on. But as a meal, was worth it. Really enjoyed it, to be honest with you. However, to be honest, I think it was 2 of us were eating, just 2 of us, and it was like 40 odd quid or something like that. And all we had was like a couple of milkshakes and fries and large whatever else. It's quite expensive, really. But they do give you an extra scoop full of fries, by the way. I didn't realise that. That's part of their policy, is an extra scoop full of fries. So when we were actually ordering, the woman ordering, she said, you don't want just get a large, and it'll be more than enough for the 2 of you. And it literally a large was, because they did the large, and then they did a scoop of large in it as well. So it was enough for 2 people. So I suppose that kind of cuts the cost down, but still, £20 a head is quite a large amount of money. That's going well. Let's turn it over and do the other side of the tape. Let's try that. Fast food on the other side. This is actually a see-through one. A transparent one. I don't think I've ever seen a transparent fast food before. I'm surprised they didn't call it Dizzy Fast Food, though, because it's definitely Dizzy on the front. You know, get that branding out there. Get a bit more brand awareness. Dizzy in fast food. A Pac-Man style clone. Maybe. Just rewinding it. The tape's making the noise. Yeah, it was a rough Christmas, a Christmas without coffee. I was stood outside the local convenience store, at 7 o'clock in the morning when they opened the door so that I could get coffee that next day. Yeah, it did happen. Fast food dizzy. The game where you chase the food. What's your favourite fast food? Have you got fast food favourite? Have you put it down in the comments below? I know nowadays we've got the kind of, I would call, this is almost, I wouldn't say it was quite health fast food, but you have things like Subway nowadays, don't we? That's sort of semi-fast foody, healthy type things. It's a little bit less calorific. However, to be fair, they do have a cheese and steak melt nowadays. A foot-long one. I had one of those the other day, funnily enough. I'm a bit of I could eat fast food all the time, and just my body couldn't take fast food all the time. Not allowed it, really. Got to measure it all out. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. There we go. Fast food dizzy. I mean, they are not ghosts behind him, chasing him. Not at all. Definitely not ghosts. Definitely nothing to do at all with Pac-Man. There is clearly no emphasis. I must ensure you all know there are no ghosts in this, or the idea of clearing levels by eating foods on it, or cookies or foods, and there's no power-up pills, anything like that. Not at all. Just don't be. I'm just making sure you all know, for legal reasons, this is nothing like Pac-Man. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny how the cloning things was such a thing back in the day. It's amazing how things are still cloned today. Actually, I thought they were a little bit more snooty about it, but I think people have got bored with that now, and are just okay with people cloning things. I mean, the Dark Souls style games. There are now games that are classified as Souls-like, but can't only Dark Souls be Dark Souls? Should there not be less Souls-like games out there? Yeah, exactly. So it's one of them weird things. We have it's a weird world we live in, where we can do that again. Because they did start suing at one point, didn't they? They started suing each other. I remember Namco suing somebody over the loading game startup thing. Do you remember that? Oh, Namco. Gosh. Bad Namco. Namco decided that they would... Do you remember the PlayStation 1 and games like that? And PlayStation 1 games, like Tekken and things like that. While you were loading Tekken, it had a loading game of Galaga. So you could play Galaga while you were loading, because, Namco owned Galaga. So you could play it while it was loading. But they patented the idea of loading screen games, which meant that nobody else was allowed to do loading screen games anymore. How about that for ridiculousness? I mean, nowadays most developers design their games with a view of not having to load loading between sections. It's cleverly hidden with, for instance, in Mass Effect, you get in the lifts, and the lifts take ages to get down there, but it's actually loading the level while you're in the lift. But the characters have a various sort of conversations that they have and in the lifts as they're going up and down. So it does sort of happen. Do you remember Swiv? Do you remember Swiv on the arcade? Not the arcade, the Amiga, and arrived on the Mega Drive as well. On the Amiga, there was such clever technology involved in it. It actually was actively loading from the disc as the game went along, thus giving you new sprites and new bits and pieces and actively loading. It was a beautiful, clever piece of coding. That was some A-level, sort of quality coding at the time. I don't think it applied really to other games. I mean, can't say the Mega Drive version of it would load, because of course it was all cartridge driven, so that was instantaneously loading anyway. But Swiv itself, on the Amiga, loading from that 800k disc, so 800k, not 720 like the PC. 800k floppy disk was just amazing. We were so impressed by that. I mean, to be fair, I missed I think the Amiga, the Commodore Amiga, and the Atari ST really did miss a trick. They should have been the dominant home computers of the British generation. Realistically, it shouldn't have been PCs that were running Offices. It should have been Commodore Amigas and things like that, because they were a decent piece of kit. I just don't know why they didn't get the reputation of being a possible business machine, because they were effectively they were the same technology that Apple was pushing in their devices. And yeah, I know they still didn't get to be the dominant desktop. It's the old sort of Intel 886 and all this kind of stuff processor. But it's the point is, we could have had this different. What a different future it would have been if the British had been sort of drawn in by the Commodore Amiga and we all had one. Oh my God, it didn't load. That's dreadful. Bad Dizzy. He's a bad Dizzy. I'm giving it one more go and then we're moving on to the next one. We've had enough of me talking and waffling. I think it's been 20 minutes worth. I think we'll go with load. We'll do the basic version and see if we can load the 48K version instead. See if that works. Yeah, so it could have been in such a different future. Especially, do you remember there was a chart show that was on ITV on the mornings on Saturdays, and that used graphics from a Commodore Amiga. Same with Babylon 5, of course. Babylon 5's graphics at the time were all Commodore Amiga. We were all like, oh my God, CGI has arrived. Computer graphics have arrived. This is the one. There can only be one. And then I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I tell you what happened. I know what happened. Steve Jobs, next PCs, and of course then eventually Pixar and the other things that went with it. Yeah, Steve Jobs was ultimately the downfall for some of this stuff. But there was an opportunity there. There's so many missed opportunities in the British industry. Sinclair and trying to force the QL and all this kind of stuff. Missed opportunity. You could have built on the Spectrum's reign of terror. Realistically, it's just such a small economy at the time. That we could have done so much, and not small, but in the terms of but it's nice, close, sort of knit. Island nation. Island nations are great for kind of choosing one way to go and sticking with it. But anyway, it's what it is. What it is. It's a good cup of coffee. I'm enjoying that. I'm very stuffed up at the moment. I don't know about anybody else. I think it's maybe the time of the year. I think I don't know about everybody else. I'm hoping you've all got. hoping you've all got at least a break ahead. If you're not one of those people who enjoys Christmas, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Just have a break. Shut the curtains. Watch the telly or whatever it is, or get your Spectrums out, get your emulators out, get your PCs out, whatever you feel like. Get one of those things. Just enjoy the sort of the little space with or without family, whichever applies, and just enjoy a bit of a breather. I think we're all ready for a bit of a break at this point. I certainly have been had a very busy year, and it's been a very good year for me, but a very busy year, and it's a point where you kind of you go, oh, can't wait to close the curtains, and just chill out for at least 3 or 4 days. Without actually worrying about anything. So, it's one of those things. It's a weird thing, though, isn't it? It's this time of the year. For instance, I'm not always available to help my wife go shopping, and she doesn't drive. So we kind of have to order bits and pieces as we go along. To come to be delivered. But of course, the Christmas week, everybody else has ordered as well. All year long we don't bother ordering, but now Christmas we do. I think it's my big whinge about it all. It's like all of a sudden the shops are full. I get it. We're all off at the same time. We're all sort of, I guess, celebrating the same space. But it's just annoying when you do the you've kind of normal things are not actually happening the way they should normally do. I can hear noises in the kitchen. And that's me sneezing. Noises in the kitchen. My snun. My snun. It's a small nun that you can get mail ordered. They're very interesting. They come in packs of 2. They recommend sharing a snun with the neighbourhood.
My son is playing with things in the kitchen. No snuns. It's a snow nun. That's what it is. A snun. A snun. Oh dear. Oh dear. Sniffy, sniffy, sniffy. I could do with getting rid of this sort of, as I say, very nasal, struggling with breathing at the moment. It's very. It's not much fun. I'll be brutally honest. It's not much fun. It doesn't help with sleeping at all. It makes me snore a lot, which is not nice. Not nice for the person sleeping with me. And of course, I've always got the opportunity to wake myself up with my my sort of groaning and snoring and whatever else it is. And snorting as well. Apologies. Oh, that's good. That is really good. Do you know what though? I mean, I was looking at all the equipment, you know, the bits and pieces I've got. I've now realised though that I'm just not playing on a PlayStation 4. I actually have a PlayStation 4, and I have not very many games for it. I would say I've got less than 20 games for it. Woo, loaded. Less than 20 games for it. But I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it anymore. I'm just not using it. It's all it gets used for is as a sort of I guess watching stream telly. And I've got an Xbox, and I've got an Xbox One, an original one. You know, one where they look like a big old VHS recorder. Yeah, I've got one of them, and that also does absolutely nothing all the time. Anyway, let's see what keys we've got. Space. Fast food. Level 1. What are the keys? I need the keys. Hang on. I need the keys. I've got the control. Thank goodness for having the manual. Fast food. Just shout with that. Just. There are 10 mini cartoons in it. The keys are ZX, KM, and Q to quit. KM, right, okay. Well, what's fire? There isn't a fire. Space is fire. That's fine. Not my favourite key set, but it'll do. Go live with that. KM, that's it. Right, okay. So it's I think it's very easy. You just got to scoff down pizzas in the first bit. Yum. So there's Dizzy going round. Clearly a hedge-style maze. And there we go round here. It's very. By the way, fast food, Dizzy fast food is very easy. Extremely easy. I remember when I first got it, I was like, okay, I'm now going to, you know, finish it in one go. I'm sure there's 10 levels of it, or 50 levels of it, or not 10 levels, sorry, 30 levels of it. Level 1 complete. There's not even a bad guy on level 1, by the way. It's literally to show you how the game works. Now the food's moving. We've got drinks. And some sauce there. Let's get a burger and some pop. Good old pop. Very British word for it. Mr. Pizza. Let's get a pizza. Let's get some pop. Still no bad guys, by the way. I still don't understand why level 2 has no bad guys. There we go. I think the sauce allows to kill things. Level 2 complete. Are we going to get some bad guys on level 3? Yes, we are. Level 3 finally gives us a bad guy. But he's slow and stupid, that one. I think it's called Bozo or something like that. Or Bonzo. He's not even close to me, look. He's not even interested. Doesn't even know who I am. Oh. I say slow and stupid. He's a bit more reactive than I thought he would be. Significantly slower than I am, though. There, level 3 done. I think the ghosts in Pac-Man are actually a little bit faster than you. So here we go, as our first little video. Yeah, it is 30 levels. Extra life. And then he runs him over, look. Squidged him. Squidged him. A little bit of that. I'm assuming there was music by on the original version of it, or the 128K version. Oh, slightly different. Less or more responsive bad guy? Not sure. Get some chicken in me. I like a bit of chicken. Shield. Yeah, he can't hurt me. I can eat him too. It's pretty harsh. But when you're hungry, you're hungry. Oh, wow. Level 4 complete. Yeah, there was 30 levels because it says 10 mini things. It's every 3 levels that you're getting one. There's one of these games you could be on for ages though, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be on for ages. It's gone the wrong direction there. Peter's still with me. There we go. Level 5 complete. Very easy. Oh, 3 bad guys now. 3 of them. Bounce off the shield. They can't travel through the food, but I can. It's kind of handy. Yeah, let's travel this way. At that guy. And down we go. Watch out for the ghost, but it's not a ghost. And it'll be a little video, a little clip. Let's see what we're doing. I do remember getting fast food dizzy and being quite disappointed that it was very, very easy. It's slow enough to be easy, basically. I think is the answer to that. I liked it. Don't get me wrong, but I remember being quite disappointed at how easy it actually was. Right, I've had enough. Let's go on. Enough fast food dizzy. You get the general gist. It's Pac-Man, but with food that moves around fast. Sort of. It's actually more sedate walking. It's more like walking slowly food than it is anything else. But anyway, let's give this treasure island and see if we get this working. Don't know how many of these games are going to work off the tape, but we've got at least 3 to go if that's the case. Oh. I don't know about you, but this time of the year, I quite like Christmas jumpers because they're quite warm. But at the moment, I'm too warm, so it's coming off. I'm getting rid of Rudolph. Oh, that's better. Cooler. Down to my Mario t-shirt. Oh, that was nice. Cooler. Put my head to put the jumper back on again. It's much cooler than I thought it was. Rudolph just keep me very, very warm. It's probably down to his big red nose. Oh, yeah. I just think Christmas time's a weird kind of time of year, isn't it? It's like you kind of, you know, your companies want you, or wherever you work wants you to keep going at it. But at the same time, you know that you're coming up to that sort of break, and everybody else is doing the same sort of thing. They're all slowing down, but we're all working towards it, and it's just one of them really weird sort of, as I say, really weird time of the year to kind of, I guess, sort of, weird time of the year. Neil Adamson, where do I know that name from, apart from the Dizzy Rage? Did he become part of Supersonic? Do you know what do I mean by Supersonic? They did Italian Supercar and Stuntman, the original Super Stuntman. Is that the same group? Is that the same man? Possibly is the answer to that question. Somebody will know in the comments below, though. 100%. Somebody will know. Codemasters, Treasure Island Dizzy. Everybody thinks this one's a masterpiece. This is the one where there's pirates. Explore the mysterious desert island, treehouse, the fabulous gold mines, huge caves, magic shops, and even go underwater. Just remember your snorkel. Yeah, that's true. Actually, you do need a snorkel to go underwater. What else is it? What's it saying here? And let's see it. Zax is back. Zack, the wizard. No, it's around the world cruise. But then he gets attacked by pirates. It's just like Secret of Monkey Island. Before Secret of Monkey Island. Before Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes. Well, could be, couldn't it? It could be. Dizzy played by Johnny Depp. Maybe, you never know, could happen. Oh, the coffee's not doing. It's not going through. It's not waking me up enough today. I'm feeling, as I was saying, feeling a bit groggy and tired. I wouldn't mind so much, but I've been up most of the day. Think I'd calm down by now. Oh, I do love coffee. Coffee is the best. You can imagine Christmas was bad without coffee. I don't actually remember that Christmas much, to be honest, apart from the coffee incident. No, wasn't one of the better ones. God, that's 24 years ago. That 24 years ago. It's a long time, isn't it? Yeah, it's a very long time. Wow. I feel old now. I don't feel old playing Spectrum games because that's just pure nostalgia, isn't it? It's just like it's why most of the people who come watch the channel anyway, because you come to watch what I can or can't load on tapes that you all created when you were younger, when you ghetto blasters. I eventually got a ghetto blaster as a kid, so I could copy things from one to the other. Sorry, make special versions of them. My problem was the ones I used to make, though, were from somebody who'd already got special versions. You know that whole the whole VHS video thing that used to exist, didn't there? There was like go down the market and somebody'd sell you a copy of something where they hand cammed it to whatever else it is. Yeah, that kind of thing, you know. So pretty terrible. Right, okay. Enter. Right, I'll die if I hit the water now, because I haven't got my snorkel. So let's go have a look on the island. You've got a solid chest. Right, put the chest here and make it a stair. There you go. There, remember that part. Oh, and there's some coins to collect. Can't remember why you collect all the coins. I think this is life you can get when you collect the coins. Another one collected. Instructions. Legend has it that Hookjaw the pirate, buried here, still guards over his treasure. Cool. I have a tube of toothpaste. The Snoggles Treehouse complex deserted now since the threat of tourists ruining their peaceful life. Oh, they left. Can you go in the houses? No, is the answer to that. Can't remember what you meant to do with that. Look at this. There's some mushrooms down there that I need to pick up. I know that. Oh. Is that the end of the game? Oh, that's right. You only get one life with this one. Oh, it's proper harsh. Instant death. Look at that. See the snorkel to the right of me. I forgot that. Wow. How many of you realised I was going to get caught by a cage? Got a coin. Became a thing that, by the way, collecting coins in Dizzy games later on. We've read that. We're going to shoot through with toothpaste. I've been underneath there. Let's see if we can get these mushrooms. Clump of mushrooms. Oh, there's a coin. Right, I have to go upwards. It's actually obvious that there's something you touch there that goes off. Good use of colours, by the way, in this one. Good use of the specky colours, going for it. Yeah, look, at the bottom of the stair, one of the bits is white, or slightly Sinclair Abuser. I think it's a red herring, the Sinclair Abuser, by the way. Caught again. That was quite tough, that one. That's quite tough, that one. There's a lot of traps on that one. A lot of traps. Okay, let's see what we got next. And others. This should be Fantasy World. I'll be the end of that last one, by the way, because I didn't do the 128k version. If you do 128k, you get music. Let's try this one with the music. We'll see if we get this one to work. Fantasy World. Here we go. It's quite amazing that some of this stuff loads. It really is. I still find it. I mean, I sit in front of lots of the tape, and I remember the very first episode where it basically didn't load at all. But then there was episodes where it did. It was quite amazing, really. I mean, and it grew from there. And I still can't believe to this day that you got things this old that aren't like semi-originals or recorded professionally that actually work. Really do work. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's like looking back in time. It's like being Indiana Jones but without the whip and the snakes and that lady, what she was called. Can't remember her name. There was a few ladies, wasn't there? Let's be honest. It was quite dynamic, so they were quite keen to have a go with the indie. Look at the dragon in the back blowing flames. That's cool. Fantasy World Dizzy. Again, the graphics by Neil Adamson. What's this one about? Let's do a little read about what Dizzy's up to. 1989 now we're up to. Join Megastar. Dizzy's a megastar now. And the Yokel folk in their latest adventures. Incredible dragons, layers, wizards, cloud wizards, evil kings, dungeons, and new volcanoes. More incredible playability. More incredible playability. How can you get more incredible playability? Just going above and beyond with the playability. Dizzy and Daisy are strolling through the enchanted forest, and suddenly the evil king troll seizes Daisy. Poor old Daisy, she has been kidnapped. The third adventure. The adverts, of course, in the box for MiG-29 and Moto X, something I've played on the channel before. Actually, if you have a little look, I was dreadful at it. You have 3 lives this time round, which is more than you had in the last blooming game. We had no lives on the last one, no eggs at all. None. Not allowed any. Wow. Well, look at the graphics on that, though. Isn't that nice? The fire looks really good. It does look... It's not quite orangey, but it's got the colours of fire anyway. So the reds and the yellows and things. It just looks really good. I mean, the use of Spectrum graphics, considering the terrible colour clash, was really impressive. And considering, as I say, it became pretty much a staple of the British public's sort of gameplay at the time. I bet you, if you spoke to people between, I don't know, 40 and 60, they probably all at least have touched the Spectrum along the way. Maybe 45 and 65 maybe. But they probably saw this thing. They probably remember the Sinclair Spectrum. Certainly he was big into advertising. He understood the benefit of showcasing your products and other things along the way. He definitely did, to Mr. Sinclair. Sir Clive himself. I never knew... he does have a son, doesn't he? Does he have a few or something similar? Does he have a son? A couple of kids? I don't really know much about him, whether or not he had any children or not. I'm sure somebody who's related to him is building something at the moment that's sort of Spectrum, semi-Spectrum related. Sort of applying the Sinclair brand to it, but not really, because you can't. It's owned by Amstrad, unfortunately, and Amstrad sold it to Sky. I feel that's a bit of a travesty, for the Sinclair fans. I wonder how much they'd want to get to buy it out. Do you think community could buy it back again? The Sinclair brand. I don't know. Is that a thing, buying it back? What would you need? Do you think how much do you think Sky would want for it? They are a bit greedy, I think, as a company. So I think you'd struggle to buy it back cheaply. $1 $2 million? Reminds me of my favourite story of all time. Cisco. You may or may not have heard of them. Cisco, a brand. They make business phones. They make routers. They make switches and things like that. They go into networks. And they're basically a lot of their stuff is the backbone of the internet. Their devices make this stuff up. American company. My favourite story of all time about it. I don't know how true it is, but I'm pretty convinced I read about it back in the day. Was that when Apple were in the process of building their iPhones, they didn't own the brand name iPhone. In fact, the brand name iPhone was owned by Cisco. And Cisco had the brand name iPhone, and they also had their version of iOS, which is the operating system. So so they had iOS, and they had the brand name, the brand name iPhone, and Apple approached Cisco and bought those brand names. Well, not the iOS one, because that still exists, but on the Cisco side, but they've sort of said, can we use that name as well? So as part of the deal, they could use the iOS, and they could use they would have exclusive rights to the iPhone. So Cisco were making phones at the time, and they were like, yeah, how much do you want? And they said, Apple said, how much do you want for it? And they said $2 million. That's the cheapest $2 million everybody has ever sold in their life, isn't it? Think about iPhone, how iconic that's become. And Cisco owned that brand and sold it for £2 million. I'm sure somebody got sacked that day. Anyway, right, okay, there's Dizzy and Daisy. They're eggs already, but do they lay eggs? Or do they lay live chickens? I don't know, it's all a bit scary. Let's get this... How do I drop? You're carrying... Right. Now we need to drop the jug of water. Quickly quenches the flames. Oi, where do you think you're going? Right, okay, so we put out the fire. We're going to pass this troll. What's in this barrel? Don't drop anything. There's a heavy boulder. I've dropped a heavy boulder. I think the heavy boulder lets me go into the water. Get a few lives. I think I can do this. You drowned and lose a life. Drop the heavy boulder there. I'm not sure what I meant to do with this one. Oh, I know what I meant to do. The rat will want the stale bread. There you go, rat. Ravenous rat eats and runs away. I mean, so you can get past him. Oh, I've escaped the castle, Laura. Oh no, I died in the... Oh my god. Bottle of whiskey. Oh. I like the use of the flashing there on the... There's coins again. Well done, you found a coin. Okay, go this way. The flashing on the... It breaks. Oh, it's stabbed by the spikes. Alright, fair enough. Let's carry on. Yeah, that was quite good. At least you got lives in that one. It's really weird, though. So you went from, like, having lives to no lives to having lives again, but less lives. Yeah, they're good. They just need a bit of work. You know, you got to spend a time on them, realistically. That's the thing. Got plenty of tape left to go, but it says and others. I'm looking forward to seeing what's on the other side, but that won't be this week. That'll be next week. We've had plenty. We've had so much Dizzy. I wonder who owns the license to Dizzy. Do you think it's the Oliver twins? Or do you think at this point it's owned by Codemasters? Because if I was the Oliver twins, I'd be re-releasing all my favourites, Spectrum ones, on something like the Switch or the PC as a collection. Yeah, I think that's what I'd be doing. I think there's enough of a market at this point in time that they could still hit that. You know, they could do two collections. You know, the first set and the other set. Timeline it. Do a whole, sort of stories of the whole thing. You know, talk about how they programmed it, what they did with it, all that kind of stuff. I'd buy that, actually. I would. I think I would. Yeah, that would definitely work for me. Ah, see, here's the point. Based on the characters created by the Oliver twins. This is somebody else. This is Alfred W, whatever it is. Did the Oliver twins get bored at this point? They were like, we've had enough. Is this like Star Wars, you know, the original trilogy, and then you move on to something else they didn't want to do anymore. And we've got lives again here. We've got 3 lives. This is the magic land Dizzy. We've got Weird Henge, Prince Charming, the Vampira's Ice Castle, the Wicked Witch, the Magic Mirror, more yokel folk, of course. It's been very Dizzy-esque, this one. There's little pictures of them. There's Odgie, there's Dora, there's Theodore the Good Wizard, Daisy, the evil wizard Zax. Doesn't look that evil to me, he just happens to have a long beard. Denzel, Dizzy, Grand Dizzy. Oh, and of course they're advertising the Dizzy collection, they've got that as well somewhere. Yeah, same buttons. The evil wizard Zax is back. Oh, I'm dropping things. I'm going to kill everybody and all the yokel folk. Because he's a nasty piece of work, unfortunately, is Zax. Probably didn't help that Dizzy tried to kill him in the first one, though. With a potion. I don't know where he came back from. Maybe it was I don't know, maybe it was water, like the what they're called, the ones in the Wizard of Oz. They were killed with water, weren't they? I'm melting. There's no place like home. What's that one with Zador? Zadu? One with what's he called? Sean Connery, and where he kind of where that's a similar sort of thing. That's where he discovers that this thing turns up and they're kind of a savage race on the planet, and this big head sort of turns up every so often and drops off more guns for the savages, and being the most savage is the best part of the thing, taking what you want and all this kind of stuff. And then I think he ends up getting inside this thing to try and own the thing get them as many guns as possible, and then discovers this sort of very immortal race of humans that are running it, and it's all kind of a bit of Wizard of Oz. I'm sure it's called that. Carlotta Rampling in it as well. Remember Carlotta Rampling? Beautiful eyes. For she'll be very old lady now, but very beautiful eyes. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced it was that one. But I mean, to be fair, if you think about this, that was a kid's movie. Was the Wizard of Oz, but it was pretty. There was some mortal danger in that for some people. With those flying monkeys and other times in the thing, there was some pretty dangerous moments. Nowadays, you're not allowed that. Don't make anybody feel frightened or afraid. Kind of heightens the experience, doesn't it? Tell you what I've been watching. I don't know if you've watched it yourself, but I do enjoy. I enjoyed. Amazon did the Reacher, or versions of the Reacher books. More accurate representation of Reacher as well. A very large, muscular, 6'5" version of it, rather than Tom Cruise's version. Got to admit, I'm enjoying that as well. Nice to see it back on Amazon Prime. Well worth the watch if you quite like a little bit of a sort of thriller with a bit of action as well. There's plenty of action as well. At least Adam Ricker is a man mammoth. I'm sure he played Hawk in Teen Titans as well. Titans, which is available on Netflix. It's not bad actually if you've seen Titans. It's not bad at all actually. For a DC thing that we're considering, we're now in the throes of a superhero. I don't know. We're worn out with it, aren't we? We're in the last throes of it at the moment. They're gonna have to stop producing Marvel movies for a bit, and I think they're gonna have to stop producing some stuff. We'll have to slow, I think, to a halt. However, see, Mandalorian season 4 has been announced. Probably. I don't know whether it looks like getting the rebellion to help Mandalore, which is going to be interesting because this is pre Force Awakens, and it's got Thrawn in it, of course. So we're going to see a bit of that action. So it's going to be interesting. But I say the Adam Ricker thing is quite good actually. It's quite good. Let's go for it. So we're at Weird Henge. Let's see if I can work out what I'm doing. Oh, that was close. Backdoor key. Or diamonds to collect this time round, I think. Yeah, well done, you found a diamond. And a scruffy looking bush speaks. Hey, Dizzy. This is really heavy, man. Dylan, is that you? Zach's turned me into a bush, and I look like I'm rooted to the spot. I'm really into nature, but this is too much. So I gotta help him not be a bush anymore. I haven't forgotten about Mr. Hare, by the way. That is still going to happen. Probably during the Christmas period. Now that we've got it. Can I walk on his? Oh my god, I made it. Bag of rubbish. Can I get across here again? I did, I made it. Wow. That was some clever manoeuvring. Oh, fell and drowned. Well, at least it doesn't throw you underneath the bus of that. Really heavy, man. Well, we've had a Dizzy heavy episode, haven't we? Let's hope that everybody loves Dizzy. He says, grinning through his teeth, because there's one person who's currently unsubscribing. I keep dying in the pools. Yes! Dizzy heavy! Dora at the end there. Dylan. Very, very... He's with the peace man. Grand Dizzy giving us a one-finger gesture. Maybe it's a stick. Not sure. Could be one or two. And it looks like Dizzy and Daisy are no longer in love, because there was a little love heart between them two. I think Dizzy's moved on to Dora. Anyway, right. Okay, let's see what else is on this tape, because he did say that and more. I'm kind of hoping that we've got one last hurrah on here, or whether or not it's on the other side. We'll check next week. What we'll do is I'll have a little test of the sound and see whether there's anything on there. And others. So far, no sound. We'll do it now. We'll check now. No, nothing so far. Come on. Nope. 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 Nothing on tape so far. Yeah, I think we can safely say with only a teeny bit of tape left that there's nothing left on that side. Let's rewind this side and see if there's anything here for next week. Could be interesting. Might not be. Might not be interesting. I'm actually excited that there might be others on here, because that's the ones we won't know what's what. And the best part about what's on the tape is literally what's on the tape. It's a weird noise. Sounds like Doctor Who's TARDIS disappearing. Ah! 7:20. There is other things on this tape. We're going to have this next week. So we'll see what else is on this tape next week. Anyway, I don't know where the tape case has gone. It's there. I've been your host, Real Generic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And it'll be Christmas soon. So I'll see you soon. Bye now.